Kigambibwa nti ebibadde byogerwa ku intaneti nti basanga ssente nnyingi mu nnyumba ya sipiika Anita Amongi bya bulimba. Basangamu $40,200. Kusaba olaikinge, osubscribinge, osharinge ne ka notification bell ku kateekeko sobole kutuusanko ebifa mu ggwanga.
Now, it is on Sunday that they actually come now to search her house, to search for money and other hidden treasures. And it turns out they can't find the money, so they begin digging the tiles in her house, in her staircase. They think there is a vault under the staircase. Finally, they find only 402,000 shillings.
Okay.
Which was in a box in her son's bed,
So
in her son's bedroom.
Even that part is true. That they only found 402,000, not the...
Only. No,
okay.
no. The other one was social media banter. It wasn't true.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Now, of course, everyone who knows Anita Among knows Anita Among used to keep huge tons of cash in her house. Everybody who went there walked out with $50 million, or rather with 50 million shillings or $30,000. She used to distribute a lot of cash. And the question, of course, for security is, where did this money go? Did she have such a highly sophisticated vault that she could have pressed the button and some place in the house opens? And because you come Sheng, if we search your house, maybe we may find $1 million, at least mine. You may find about six.
Maybe,
or you may find
me,
about 6 million or something. I have to keep some cash at home in case anything happens. I can't go to the bank and I can't use mobile money. So I am inclined to believe that how could it be that they did not find a lot of money at Anita Among's house? That is what has defied my thinking. So, but what we see is that the primary driver of what we are seeing with Anita Among is an attempt by Museveni to neutralize not a rival, but a potential rival, because Museveni must anticipate threats and neutralize them before they materialize. He cannot afford to have a contest with someone, because I was talking to someone, he said, but look, Anita Among has developed a lot of contact with the police. She's the one who chairs the appointments committee that approves the appointments. And who knows if she has not yet started making inroads with soldiers. You may find she has reached out to some commanders and she has compromised them and you not know. So if anything happened and Museveni was not there, people's loyalties may change. And in that context, you may find you don't even have commanders underneath you. So this is a potential beast that needs to be slain in time before her teeth are ripe enough to act. I think that is the fundamental of what has happened.
So, the Bob, I mean, I had read that stuff about the witchcraft and all that. I mean, I just
someone told me and I didn't believe it. I was like, it can't be.
Netflix.
This is a Nigerian movie on a grand scale, basically. I mean, Nollywood couldn't have scripted this. I mean, I wish we had a Desua here. She would be dying. Charles, for me, it says it says two things, honestly.
Andrew, I still
Yes.
don't believe you fully, but we'll let it pass.
Charles, for me, this is then therefore what I see. If, let's say, I take Andrew's version of events, and I think for me, this was vintage, classic Museveni at work. You could see this, but let's go back, Andrew, to the political threat. I think what I've heard in discussions with other people is that he was already sure that he was going to take this course of action at least by October of last year. Why? Because of already the things they had followed the process that had led up from the primaries to right through to the eventually Kololo when the delegates conference took place, and how much control she had over that process of NRM. And it was obvious then that she wasn't doing it for him. Clearly, at that time, in her mind, she probably was investing to secure her position as speaker by sponsoring people during primaries and making sure that the people who came through and then getting the number 2 position, that all of that, because remember, guys, we've argued here before, and I have no reason to change my mind, that she's actually a very effective political operator. She was, but her intention was probably to secure her position as speaker. And that's why there was a quiet alliance between her and Thomas Tayebwa. But the analysts or intelligence people who were following said, what is likely to be the effect of this if she can take the kind of control, Andrew, you've just described in different areas? And I think one of the last alarm bells was when they now go to Chankwanzi and she proposes 2 things: extension of the tenure of parliament by 7 years, which will take us to 2030 something. And together with that the selection of who should be president should be done by the party in parliament. So who at that point is the most powerful person in the party? It's her. She's number 2. She's got the resources. She's got everything she needs. Then she's in parliament and can therefore call the shots in parliament. So if parliament is the one electing the president, who is in charge of the president's election?
Yep.
Let's say, as both of you have argued, that the boss will still be around at about that time. So basically, and so in that sense, that was probably what triggered the need to neutralize her as an individual and create a new political reality. So that, in a sense, for me, I see as the bigger political agenda that drove the need. And I think in an earlier conversation with Charles, I was saying that I think she missed one signal, but like all people, like all human.
Kigambibwa nti sipiika singuzi yokka nti yeyamuviiriddeko kanaaluzaala. Bintu bingi ebyamuviiriddeko kanaaluzaala okulinga okwegeza mu ngatto z'omukulu. Era kigambibwa nti abadde mu nteekateeka naye ng'ayagala kwesimba ku bwa pulezidenti. Si bigambo byange, bigambo bya Joel Ssennyonyi, era munkuleetedde maaso awo ng'akunnyonnyola. Muwulirize.
Singuzi yokka musango gwa Anita Amongi. Singuzi yokka yeso obubbi namba emu kubanga ebituze tubyogerako, naye omusango omulala gw'alina kwe kutandika okulaga ambitions nti gye bujja ayagala kwesimbawo ng'omukulembeze w'eggwanga. Kaakati kye kimuleetera ebizibu. Waliwo n'obuntu obutonotono abamu bayinza obuyita obutono naye bulaga sigino. Yali atuuka e Kololo ng'alina bodyguard ayambadde amasuuti abaddukira ku mmotoka ye. Ebyo bize bikolebwa ku na head of state. Ne vice president nga bitebimukolebwako. Naye kati sipiika kwegamba ng'alinga yeeteekateeka ndoza ne bagamba no. Bwe tutamukuba ku nsolobotto tulaba gy'alaga. Era nga bwe nagambye nti akanaafa tekawulira ng'ombe. Sipiika ono abadde sipiika. Abadde yeesoma nnyo bambi ng'agyewulira. Abaka ne bayimuka okwogera, gwe shut up nonsense lumu nayimuka ne mugamba damu sipiika. Tojja n'okutuyisaamu wano maaso. Newankubadde gwe mukulembeze waffe ababaka bawe ekitiibwa. Ogamba otya omubaka nti byayogera nonsense n'ebirala. Okay, kale neetonze nga yeetonda ali mu kubalaata yeebuzaabuza naki. Juzi n'agamba mbweno last supper ne ngamba naye era byayayogera bituukiridde ku ye.
Mukwano gwa Oboth amukubyemu ebituli oluvannyuma lw'okuwulira nti bamuwadde obwa sipiika n'agamba era y'omu ku babba amabaati. Si bigambo byange naawe mwewulirireko.
Oboth nze nali ku komiti ya Legal ne Parliamentary Affairs nga ye chairman wange. Oboth ye yakulembera okugyawo emyaka ku wa president 2017. Bwe yamala ne bamufuula minisita wa defense abadde akola ne mutabani wa Museveni. Era nga waga nti nga muwulize kyotanalaba ne bwe yategeka omukolo mutabani wa Museveni ye yali omugenyi omukulu naye ng'ate Oboth ye mukama we. Kaakati gwe baleese mugeziko ku by'amateeka okusinga Anita Amongi without doubt. Naye ajja kutaputa amateeka gy'agasinga ne sekandi oba Kiduma Kubuya. Kubanga onazze nga omuntu abadde aweereza muhoozi butereevu ne kitaawe. Kati abagenda okutuula mu parliament mbasaasidde beesibe bbiri banywere. Kubanga bw'ofuna omuntu w'amateeka nga agataputa bubi ate kiruma nnyo okusinga Anita Amongi atagamanyi. Kye kimu ku bintu ebyali binumya ku Professor Kiduma Kubuya nti yali munnamateeka eyasooka okufuna first class degree naye nga bagataputa oyinza okuza nti yasoma na nasale. Kakati kye kimu n'okusuubira mu Oboth nti abamuleese bamuleese kubeera nga sekandi bwe yabeeranga nga at least amateeka agamanyi asobola okugavvuunula mu kifula nenge naye ng'agasomye kuba Anita Amongo ye n'ogasoma badde tagamanyi kati kitwolekedde naddala abali ku opposition be tulwanaganawo ne Museveni bateeka okutuulayoko ne tulinoonya obukodyo obunayitamu eno parliament tegenda kubaako nanjawulo neya sekandi eyinza kusingako bubi kuba sekandi yaweerezanga Museveni kati ennaku zino erina kuweereza taata n'omwana Anita Amongo kyabadde akugamba nti the Holy Trinity, the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Tokyaweerezaako mu family eno giweereza yonna. Bw'ogira n'ovugako ko n'ogenda eggulu n'olaba ku anko. Kati muwozi n'agamba kino president n'akuyita. Kati abaweereza ati nabo obasaasira bali mu mbeera nzibu ng'oweereza abantu bafuuse bangi. Ffe ababaka parliament abasigadde etuleetera kiwedde kusaako mukono nti ekyo tukikiriza. Kati ebintu byonna ebibadde bikolebwa parliamentary commission eyinza kuvunaanibwa either okubanga yeetabamu mu bikola oba nga teyafaayo nga bikolebwa. Gy'emisango ebiri gyeyolekedde nti either teyafaayo nga bikolebwa